Hello everyone, and welcome to the March 2026 Sky Report. My name is Vanessa, and I'm joined today by Patrick.
Welcome to spring.
Let's see what's happening in the skies this month. First up this month, daylight saving time starts on March 8th. Be sure to set your clocks forward by 1 hour where daylight saving time is observed. Because of this change, we will observe the sun set an hour later than the day before. Next up, spring arrives in the northern hemisphere and autumn in the southern hemisphere when the vernal equinox occurs at 7:46 a.m. PDT on March 20th. At that moment in time, the sun will cross the celestial equator from south to north. The celestial equator is Earth's equator projected onto the sky.
On March 15th at 10 p.m., the eastern sky is filled with bright stars and familiar spring constellations rising into view. Leo the Lion is prominent, led by the blue-white star Regulus, marking the lion's heart. Below Leo, the stars of Virgo are beginning to climb higher, with Spica glowing low but steadily near the horizon. Farther north, the Big Dipper's handle arcs downwards, pointing the way to the bright orange star Arcturus in Boötes. Together, these constellations signal the transition from winter skies to the star-filled evening skies of spring. In the western sky, we see the fading constellations of the winter as they drift towards the horizon. Orion the Hunter is sinking in the west, with Betelgeuse glowing reddish and Rigel shining blue-white near its feet. Taurus follows, marked by the bright orange star Aldebaran and the compact sparkle of the Pleiades star cluster close by. Higher up, Auriga and its bright star Capella lingers. Together, these stars offer a last beautiful look at the classic winter sky before it disappears for the season.
A total lunar eclipse will take place in the early hours of March 3rd. The lunar eclipse is visible from East Asia, Australia, the Pacific Islands, and the Americas. A total lunar eclipse happens when the moon moves into the Earth's deepest shadow, known as the umbra, causing it to darken for about an hour.
From Los Angeles, the moon will enter the Earth's lighter shadow, the penumbra, at 12:44 a.m. PST. During this phase, the moon will fade very slightly, with its western side becoming slightly darker as it moves closer to the umbra. At 1:50 a.m. PST, the moon's west side enters the umbra, causing it to become noticeably darker. This marks the beginning of the partial phase of the lunar eclipse. At 3:04 a.m. PST, totality begins as the moon becomes fully immersed in the umbra. At 3:34 a.m. PST, the greatest eclipse occurs and the moon takes on a reddish hue from the sunlight refracted through the Earth's atmosphere, reflecting the light of all the world's sunrises and sunsets. From the moon's perspective, the Earth has fully eclipsed the sun. The Earth is encircled by a bright reddish ring of refracted sunlight filtering through its atmosphere. Totality ends at 4:03 a.m. PST as the moon moves out of the umbra. At 5:17 a.m. PST, the moon fully exits the umbra. The eclipse is over at 6:23 a.m. PST. The umbral phase of the eclipse lasts 3 hours and 27 minutes, with the moon fully eclipsed for 58 minutes. The next lunar eclipse, visible from Los Angeles, will occur on August 27, 2026. And it will be a 93% partial lunar eclipse.
Weather permitting, Griffith Observatory will broadcast the total lunar eclipse live. You can watch the broadcast on our YouTube channel or on our website, griffithobservatory.org, under Upcoming Events. Let's see where the planets will be this month. Through most of the month, the planet Venus will be too close to the Sun to see. Towards the end of the month, we will begin to see it just over the horizon after the sun sets. Venus is extremely bright and is frequently mistaken for a plane, and will be at about 3 degrees above the horizon on this day.
Throughout the past few months, Jupiter has been moving slowly westward in the sky, or in retrograde motion within the constellation Gemini. On the 11th, Jupiter's retrograde motion comes to a halt, and the planet appears stationary. After the 11th, Jupiter resumes its eastward or prograde motion. Because the planet is 429 million miles from Earth, this change in motion is very subtle. Jupiter never actually reverses in direction. This backward motion is an illusion caused by the Earth moving faster and passing it.
Here is your lunar calendar for the month of March. That's all we have for March, but we'll see you again next month. Bye!
Bye.